Definitely welcome to What the Fellas Think, episode 31. Hopefully, I'm sticking this up right. 31. uh,
Yeah,
no, definitely, it's me and Jeremy here today. Our third guy missing. Definitely,
yeah,
having a tough time this week, but definitely prayers and keep our guy Elroy in your minds. Make sure he's straight. And shout out to our main guy looking over the podcast, Roy Tiger Brown. You know, rest easy. And definitely a hot topic we want to jump into today, I'll say, is the LA fires that happened out in Los Angeles, man. It's crazy if you hear the stuff in the news, all these homes getting destroyed. And my initial thought is wildfires have been happening in that state for the longest. I'm like, y'all don't have any way to contain it all this time. And that's the crazy thing to me. And then I always see, or at least my wife was just informing me on this, insurance companies are beginning to abandon people out there, you know, not insuring homes, not covering their homes being destroyed, you know. And my initial thought when that hearing that is that insurance companies make billions of dollars. I mean, it's all profit business, really, all profit business. And when you need it, you're not there. And that's the craziest thing to me when hearing about this. It's a sad time. So definitely when we post this video, we're gonna post a link if people want to help out, send support out to
yeah.
LA. You know.
Yeah, I just want to add though, because as you say, like I don't think this is anything out the norm. If you if
Mm,
you if you do the tracking of what happened last year and FEMA ran out of money to pay for the hurricane victims down there and was it in Florida or Louisiana?
mhm.
So I'm pretty sure like insurance companies from California is looking at the platform and seeing where they can make their money from. And California always have this major fire. So I'm trying to think how do they make a profit out of it? For them it's all about profit, but for us it's about our livelihood, right? So the weird thing I found about insurance, man, is it always goes up. It never goes down. No matter if they tell you, oh, the price of material went up, so I'm gonna charge you more. But I'm thinking like, okay, you don't charge me less when they go down. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? So keep my insurance where it's at. And I think the insurance company is uh is noticing, you know what I'm saying, like it's not really profitable in California for those fires, and they're trying to pull out, which should be illegal. Like it should be illegal for them to pull out, but for some reason the government is allow it, and there's no infrastructure to actually like stop all this mass like the mass what we call it fire breakout. Um, it's what's funny is it's by a major water source. It's on a coast. You know what I'm saying? So there's no infrastructure that it can build to prevent that. Or I know when I was down there, the ones I seen, it was like started from actually civilians starting it, and getting I guess insurance fraud or whatever. So, or the last one I seen was like a reveal party that actually created the fire. So I don't know, man. It's a lot going on in California. I just pray for the victims and hope everybody come out on top.
Yeah, that's definitely, man, because it's a tough situation. I think death toll is 5 people right now, but I mean all the damage, the images you've seen on the news, on the social media, the fires, man, is all over the place. And the thing that gets me though is like you're saying, how do y'all not have a plan in place? Like at least build some type of reservoir. I'm hearing now the fire hydrants. There's no water coming out of it. How's that possible? Like, how's that even possible? Like, that's crazy. And the fire, shout out to the firefighters out there. They definitely, battling a hell of a blaze right now. I mean, it's definitely love and support for firefighters out there. So definitely, I I always battle with insurance because it's like you're paying a monthly every month faithfully, and nothing happens, right? But the one time something does happen, it's a battle to get the support. And you talk about Florida. I remember the story coming out. They were charging people $30,000 deductibles before they would even offer assistance. And I'm
Yeah.
like, how is that like how does that even go into your mind? And I get they gotta make money, right? They gotta make money. But insurance is $1 billion business. You got a government that just gave over 500 billion in aid to other countries. How is it that our cities are burning and struggling and houses being destroyed and an insurance company don't do nothing? Like they don't
It
do nothing.
almost it almost seemed like there should be sometime down the line like some lawsuits coming out. You know, you kind of like it make me want to question my own insurance. Like I want should I get a lawyer to go through a fine tooth comb to go through my insurance packet to make sure like they can't just pull out whenever they want to. You know, I know they tell you like they told me before like okay you have this insurance with us so if there's an incident at your home or whatever you can call us. We have lawyers to take care of you. But I'm like it don't make sense to me because you're all about making money and you telling me your lawyer is gonna protect me. I don't know. Maybe I need a lawyer to look at that lawyer. You know what I'm saying? It's just I don't know, man. Insurance is a big thing, and I need to dive more into it to figure out am I really protected? It's called insurance, but am I really insured? You know, it's funny to think of it that way.
I think we all need to dive into it because man, insurance is a tricky thing. And like you
Yeah.
said, it go up, but it ain't never coming down. It ain't never coming down. That's crazy. But
And one thing I want to add though,
uh,
because have even with like let's say car insurance, have you ever tried to like shop around your car insurance? It seemed like it's like a monopoly. Like they all see the base and they all like have the base price. So it's like no point in really changing. Or if you complain enough, they'll say, "Oh, well, you qualify for this discount. 'Cause your name starts with J. You get the J discount." It's some weird stuff, right? It's just like I don't know, man. It's just tricky, bro. It's just you can't really trust it, but you have to have it. It's a law, right? It's illegal
yeah,
to not have it.
yeah, yeah.
So you question a lot of things because of that.
I always think because especially with car insurance, it pisses me off because it's like they'll tell you the price of materials going up, like you said, or your credit score is not high enough, or they'll give you all these BS reasons to charge you $500 or $600 a month in car insurance. Or you haven't had your driver's license this amount of time or that amount of time. But the time I've been with you, I've never had an accident. So why is my insurance study going up? Going it up. I haven't had a speeding ticket and you just charge and charge and charge. There's no way a car payment and an insurance payment should be one and the same.
Yeah,
That that is crazy to me.
yeah,
If your car payment is the same as your insurance payment, eventually it's gonna be like a mortgage payment
yeah.
combined.
Yeah,
That's that's
that's
that's
facts.
crazy. That's crazy. And to think you never get in an accident, you with this company 10, 15, 20 years, and you paying $500 a month. That's that's right off the bat, that's crazy, right? And that's $6,000 a year you've given to this insurance company. In 10 years of that, that's $60,000 you've given to them, and you've never had an accident.
Yeah,
And then when you do have an accident, car's total or whatever, car's not even worth 30,000. They don't want to pay out.
yeah,
Or they put you in the loopholes to make to make sure it's reasonable to pay out so they can profit.
yeah,
But
yeah.
they already in the positive. So that's the thing I take
That
with it.
yeah, and that makes me question also like it's a good thing to maybe if I research further, but I wonder how many I guess like insurance cases like insurance claims go out each year. You know, because I'm wondering like we're all like you said 6 grand basically per family or per person a year is what 356 billion people. So let's say half of them have insurance, half the Americans have some kind of insurance. So you add up all that money, like where do it go? Do they invest it? Do they put some in the bank? Do they like you know what I'm saying? Because it's a lucrative business. So I'm wondering how do they like what they do with it, you know? And it's also has me questioning. Okay, so if you're profiting up from people like hard earned cash, and when they come to claim it, like why is it not there? Is that
Exactly.
not is it not also backed by the government? Like you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. Like there's so many unknowns, right? So
Mhm.
it's a good thing to look at, man. I wanna let me write that down so I can do my research before I do it.
Yeah,
'Cause
because
now I
it's
really
crazy,
want to
man.
know.
It's crazy. But I definitely want to. I mean, we kind of went off on other subjects with the insurance, but I definitely want to highlight the focus. Support LA. Because it's definitely some horrific times. People are losing their homes, even celebrities. JJ Redick lost his home, so even celebrities are going through it out there. So definitely, if you got family out there, prayers for you, prayers for the firefighters. We will post a link so you can support. And by the way, we don't get paid for that, sir. we it's authentic when it come over here. So definitely support LA, man. Definitely. I
Yeah.
wanna I wanna switch to a crazy subject that's been out this week is FS1, the sex allegations. And it's
Hey, I'm not sure if you can say that. You probably gotta say SA, the SA. I don't know. Can
uh
you really say that on YouTube?
I mean,
I
hey,
don't.
I'm just
Yeah.
calling it's allegations.
Yeah. Okay.
FS1, Fox
Yeah.
Sports,
Yeah.
FS, whatever you want to call them. Definitely sex allegations going on out there. It's crazy to me. And it seems like the past 5 years, or maybe more recent than that, 3 years, it's been a lot of sex allegations going on. But this one is just the most recent, and I feel like this one is so damning because it's work culture involved. That's why I think it's like crazy. And for people who don't know the story, it's allegedly it's Skip Bayless involved, Joy Taylor, the I believe he's the president or boss at FS1. I'll just say that Charles Dixon. I think that's how you say his name. But it's a hairdresser she felt was harassed by Skip Bayless. Offered 1.5 million to sleep with her or have sex with him, whatever the allegation is. And then I guess somehow Shannon Sharp is involved, or somehow the wording in the law. It's a 42-page lawsuit, basically. And the reason she was offered that is because Skip Bayless, thought she was sleeping with Shannon Sharp, and he was like, "Oh, well, I can get in on that," that's crazy, right? But and offer her 1.4, 1.5 million. And her name is Nasheen Faraji. Faraji. I think hopefully I'm saying that correctly. I do apologize if I'm not. But I just think it's crazy. And then Joy Taylor, uh, she confided in her, and it was you know uh, shot down. Basically, she wasn't supportive at all, and basically shunned her. And then the allegations brought up about how she slept her way to the top, and sleeping with the boss, sleeping with co-hosts and the workers. And my thing, the only thing I take from this is the work culture at FS1 is damaged. If you're a woman and you go to work at that environment and you hear this story, look out, because that means stuff going on, and they allowed this stuff to go on too. So it creates a horrific like scene basically. No matter where you go, if you're a woman in that environment, and especially in the sports arena, a male dominated arena, it's gonna be looked at as like, if you made it to the top, oh, she must have slept with such and such. Or if you ain't making it to the top, it's because you got talent and you ain't slept with such and such. So it creates a negative view both ways, and it's like crazy to me. Now I don't really care what Joy Taylor chooses to do, but I just be like, the work culture is like damage for that network to me, no matter how this goes, because it looks so bad that you allowed all these employees to be in there mingling in your workspace, a professional
Allegedly.
and allegedly, let's say that. But you allowed all these employees allegedly to be in there mingling and doing obscene things, and you allowed this to go on. You even put them on shows together, which is a no no, which is a no no. Creates chaos and drama, and then it's just crazy to me. The whole story is just crazy to me. But what's your
So
thoughts?
so so I just wanna say one thing, like it's not just gonna be FS1. It's gonna be other I guess TV stations or networks, because I think of like that as almost like a different entity. You know how you have a Hollywood and they have they pack. You know what I'm saying? You have like television stations, you have their pack, and all of it, like they mingle with each other, and like, not just, the bad part, just, they in their own little pack. And I think I refer to that as being more so like a college. You know how in college you got your own group, so
Mm-hmm.
people gonna have relations amongst each other, right? It's just gonna happen. But I want to ask you one thing though before I continue. I heard you mention two women. So is it one allegation or is it two allegations? Is Joy one of them? Like who is the one that's starting the allegations?
Faraji, I think I'm saying her name correctly. She's the hairdresser. She started this whole allegation. It's a 42-page lawsuit,
Yeah.
and then the thing to me is how Joy Taylor got involved in this because she confided in her, and it was like
Okay.
basically saying, "Get over it, get over it." And then,
Oh.
of course, when social media get a hold of things, they go crazy and start nitpicking at every
Yeah.
video and clip. So,
Yeah.
of course, her clips now with her talking about money and throwing boundaries out the window. If a
Yeah.
man's fine enough, if a man has rich enough, its
Yeah.
boundaries go out the window, and it does play into the moral side of things because you're a professional making millions of dollars. You shouldn't be
Yeah.
creating that and doing that. But celebrities do it all the time. It's not just FS1 either. I
Yeah.
do feel
It's
like I do feel like a lot of sports environments have taken the model of Telemundo. If you ain't watched Telemundo, look on look on Telemundo. That's what they do. The model of a beautiful woman hosted,
yeah.
and that's the model that a lot of these sports agents
Yeah.
or sports networks take.
Yeah, you can tell that this kind of stuff is going on because if you look at some of the clips, like I'm not gonna say any names, but I've seen some clips where the guy literally like hitting on the lady like right on TV. You can see
Mm.
like she uncomfortable. So like this is gonna happen like in a work, I guess, in that type of work environment. But the only thing that I'm kind of like trying to find my way about is the whole like meaning of SA or sexual allegation, the whole meaning behind it. Because I do think to some extent like it occurs, because you gotta find that boundary line. But but yeah, I just think it's, I don't know, man. I think I don't know. I just think it's unfortunate. And I was reading about it, and the whole allegation is like, to be convicted of SA, only thing you need is someone to point the finger at you. Once that happened, the person being pointed at, you are legally basically charged. So you can go to jail, get fingerprinted, get in the system. Of course, you get out because you get a court date, and then you go have a hearing. And if it's a jury or a judge, if the judge say, okay, I believe this story is, now you have to fight,
Mm.
and that's the only thing about it is you don't really need any evidence to back it up. That's the only
Well,
thing that like I don't know about.
I don't know if you remember the baseball player Trevor Bauer was accused of sexual allegations by two women. Really, I believe it's three women, but two women more famously, Heel and Darcy Adina, I want to say. But
Yeah.
these women accused them of sexual allegations, and they turned out to be totally false. They were text messages saying to their friends, "Oh, I'm finna get this bag,"
Yeah,
or the other one was demanding money, putting a false baby on him. That type of stuff
yeah.
occurs. That type of stuff occurs. That's why athletes have to be careful too, because there are women out here that will
Yeah.
say that, and it damages that point.
But that's my point. But that's my point though, because like I understand like anyone can make allegations, which is fine, right?
mm,
But when it comes to like definitely when it comes to like entertainers and the I think that should be it should not come out, you know what I'm saying, to the public view. You know how that it should not come out there until actually he either found guilty or when trial starts at least. But the allegations come out, well the news feed come out as soon as the person point the finger, and that's unfair to the defendant, you know what I'm saying, even if he's guilty or not. It's not, you don't get the right justice because now you're guilty about the public opinion when it comes to that word assay is a very offensive assault. I think it should not come out right away. It should be some, like you say, like how they found out later that she was lying, but the entire year 2 years prior he lost everything.
exactly,
You know what I'm saying? So
exactly.
it should be a different way we handle those court cases.
Well, Hill, the lady Hill, she walked away with 300,000. They said slap on the wrist for lying. I just think when this stuff happens, the same backlash that the athlete receives, or the person, or the male figure receives, should be the same backlash that's received when the person's proved to be lying. Because that's, like you say, this stuff is damage. Trevor Bauer lost $50 million behind this, so it's like this stuff is damage. So if you do come out and say it better be true, that's my thing. Don't come out and lie, because it's the same thing, same approach I take if you want to call someone a child
Yeah,
molester. You don't play around with those words, because
yeah,
as soon as you call someone that, that's irreparable damage done.
yeah,
You call him a child molester and he's not.
yeah,
That man, there's been many cases where men that lost their jobs, lost careers, and everything because you called them that, and it wasn't even true. Some people have even
yeah,
spent time in jail. Like
yeah.
that stuff is
I
crazy.
know, yeah, I know. I heard like you can't really bash the person too much if they lose the case, because I guess they're saying like you actually prevent people from coming out if you bring like I guess a harsh reaction if they lose the case. I think more so um if you have undeniable like proof that this person lied, you know what I'm saying? Like say there's video or there's messages, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that, then I think they should suffer those consequences as well. But if they just lose in court, sometimes you just have the bad lawyer, the wrong stick. But if there's undeniable proof, that should be a different ballpark. You know, I thought
That's
it
what
should
I'm
be
saying.
completely different.
That's what I'm saying. Because you can cost people jobs, lives, opportunities. That stuff is not something to play with. And then, don't get me wrong, the women out there that's actually going through the as Jeremy says, SA stuff, uh, it's nothing to play around with. So it's definitely you know, hearts go out to you. But to the women that
Mhm.
lie and uh try to portray an image that's not true, you're just as sick as the person that actually does it. So I think you should suffer the same consequence. That's just my opinion on that. You know,
Yeah,
yeah. I know everybody has that approach, especially when it comes to workplace culture. Is what is the saying? My body, my choice. They have that approach to it, but
yeah,
I don't think it's the same mindset you should have.
yeah. I just want to end with this one thing, man. You said one point was offered 1.2 million.
1.5 million.
Golly, man. Yeah, I guess that's crazy.
And
I
Skip
thought about
Bayless
that, like what?
73. Skip Bayless 73, man. You know
Yeah,
you had to put them blue shoes in. Nah, let me stop. Let me stop. Stop. Let me stop. Let me stop. I ain't gonna
Yeah,
say. I ain't gonna say nothing crazy. But
yeah.
all right. On a lighter subject, we did have some great stuff happen in Chicago with Derrick Rose Day. Definitely was excited to see that a Chicago's own came back and gave to the community. Had a charity basketball game. He gave out roses to a lot of people. I mean, I don't know if you've seen on the news. The lines was across the bridge. It was all the way back. If you step out your house, you in the line, basically.
Yeah.
So it was definitely a exciting day. Derrick Rose is definitely a legend in Chicago. Made the city believe when the team was trash. He revived it. So my one of my favorite Derrick Rose moments is when the first in 2009, I want to say, when he went up against the Boston Celtics that first round and dropped that 30 ball on that first playoff game ever, and he was out there killing Rondo.
Yeah.
That was one of my favorite Derrick Rose moments. One of many, but that was the one that just popped up in my mind when I think of Derrick Rose. What's one you got?
So I'll tell you what I got in 1 second, but I want to mention about the gross. Wasn't that a pop-up shop that he had going on? So it was
Mm-hmm.
like random, right? Yeah, I probably would never went, but it's kind of I was kind of mad, like salty as a pop-up shop, but I respect it. Like he also has, if you haven't seen, he have a business. He has a flower business. I'm
Yeah,
actually gonna I'm gonna support. I'm gonna go check it out. Is that up and going or is that online? Do you know? Like,
I
is it like a location
believe
that?
I will have to double check that, but I believe
Yeah,
it is a
I
I
don't.
believe it is a location here. Let me see.
Yeah, I'm not sure
I'll
that's a
double check
location,
that.
but yeah, but I know also news about Rose. His jersey will be retired. In a Bull State. That's a big ups. Um, so my most favorable moment, he has a lot, but I believe it was two. I have two of them. Is when, because like Derrick Rose to me is probably the most explosive point guard that I ever seen. Would you agree? Like, as far as, and I don't mean like as far as like the most athletic or the highest jumper. I mean like the entire package of explosion, right? The quickness, the jumping ability, the power, the strength. Like, I don't know any other guard that definitely 6'3" and under had that. Not, what I'm saying? Like Ja Morant has the vertical, but he don't got that power. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
Or that
nah.
or that or that quickness. I never seen. Only person that rivaled it maybe was Westbrook, but still nobody touched Rose when it comes to like how explosive he was. So my favorite moment was, I think, two of them, is when he, I think, went like, oh, he's on the wing. He drove the wing, and I think it was on Miami Heat. I can't recall. I just had that flash in my head. And and he spent off one guy and did a two-legged like power two-hand dunk on a center. I think it was on Birdman, if I'm not mistaken. So that's one of them. But he was so high when he dunked it, it was ridiculous. My my second most favorite one is when he did in LeBron James and Wade at the same time. He did like a
Oh,
reverse
layup.
layup. He did a reverse layup, and I for sure knew one was gonna block it, right? And he had no fear. He always went and did his thing, man. He's literally my best like point guard as far as like the way he played, bro. Like, it was exciting, bro. I wish they had that now. You know what I'm saying? That dog mentality, aggression. He don't want no friends. You know what I'm saying? It's just like,
Yeah,
let's hoop.
he
Let's
ain't dancing. He ain't doing
Yeah.
none of that.
He just want to hoop, and we don't have that no more, man. And I miss it. Yeah, I miss it. I'm not just saying that because I'm from Chicago. Like, literally, like I don't know anybody who can tell me different. Like, he's literally also, is he the youngest MVP?
Yes, he is.
It speaks
Yes, he
for
is.
itself then. And so it's not just me hyping it. Like, it's really he put in the work, man. Barring injury, bro, like, there would be, in all respects, I love Russell Westbrook. I love them guys. But when Rose was Rose, like there's no other point guard, bro. Like he
Oh,
was the boogeyman, bro.
yeah.
Like, and you can hear stories online right now, people saying like, man, when Rose came to town, man, you caught the flu that day. Coach, I can't play today. I need my ankle wrapped up. I'm sick.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Today I'm gonna sit out. Yeah, so it's a real thing, man. So big ups to the Derrick Rose, man.
Yeah, definitely a Chicago legend. One thing I wanna say with him is there ain't too many people from Chicago that come back and get to the city. I can only count on a couple, one hand really. I mean, you got D Wade, you got Rose, you got Kanye occasionally, you got Chance the Rapper. To see those celebrities come back and give something to the city where they came from, a city that's, we are we one of a kind. We go through
Yeah.
crazy stuff here, but to see them come back and give stuff to the city and give an opportunity out here for these kids and stuff, that's amazing. I always
You can't
that's all.
Yeah, you can't forget he didn't complete it because he got his own like allegations in the court case he got to face, but Lil Durk recently tried to come back to the
Mhm,
city and change things around, try you like unite the gangs, have them put, you know what I'm saying, put down the firearms. Like he was trying to even had the keys to the city.
mhm.
So he attempted to start things, but it was cut short. He has his own fight he must go through. So I'm
Yeah,
questioning though. Do you know if Anthony Davis came back yet and did anything?
I ain't heard of nothing, but not saying that he don't. I ain't gonna put
Yeah,
that
not
out
saying
there.
you
They
don't.
don't,
Yeah, I'm just saying.
but
Have you heard? Yeah,
yeah, but I just know famously, Derrick Rose is the one though. Like I go prime Rose to me is like it's like Grant Hill. If they never got injured, you talking about a championship, at least one,
yeah,
guaranteed.
yeah,
You know, Derrick Rose to me, man, he was an attacker. He was going against anybody. He didn't care if he was 7'1", 300 pounds. He moving you. He moving you. He went up head to head with LeBron. You know, and moved him with his body.
yeah.
So that man was
It was
fearless, and
different.
and I do think that's one of the reasons NBA ain't the same because you got those characters missing from the game. It ain't that ferocity, that attack nature, that Mamba mentality that
Yeah.
everybody talk about going on.
Speaking speaking of Mamba, and it's also related to basketball, what you just said.
Mm,
And speaking of Mamba, one thing that he did not do, as well as I hear, he did not share trainers. Like if you have a trainer, like you as trainer, you're not working with anybody else. Like he would tell you, it's just me. Even his barber, like you cutting hair, just me. So it makes me think about. I think Charles Barkley said that. Someone said it in on TV that all these athletes go to the same trainer, so therefore all of them play the same, and that's
Mhm.
why there's no like individual. Like everyone is the same. Like no one's an individual. So the game is starting to be like it's hard to watch. And I think that's another reason. Like the characters they have, the tenacity is different. They play in the same trainers. It's just something must change. I think the commissioner is trying to change things, but I'm waiting to see what's it going to be.
Yeah, I don't know how you can really fix it. I mean, people play how they play. You allowed it for so long. Like, and I even shared the video with you. The video with Giannis, one dribble up the court, going past half court and dunking the ball with one dribble.
Yeah, yeah,
Which I know he long. I know he long, but it's impossible without traffic. It's impossible.
yeah.
And that's the thing I take from the skill of it. Even when Vince Carter was around, who was uber athletic, like he was, he can jump and put the bottom of his shoe on your neck, like like. But he had skill though, and that's why
Yeah.
he was able to last so long in the NBA. Footwork, post up, Sean Livingston. I can name the list can go on. guys who had skill, like legit skill in the NBA. That if you gave them that ball, you get in the bucket. You get in the bucket. You know that's your trump card in any game.
Yeah.
Rip Hamilton going off that screen. He getting you get in the bucket. You get in the bucket. No, Rasheed
He
Wallace.
couldn't play. Rip couldn't play in this league. I mean, in this day, not because of skill level, because ain't no mid range happening, bro. You either
Yeah,
lay up
exactly.
or three. Mid range, no. Coach say you on the bench. We need no jumpers, bro.
but
Layup, dunks, threes. That's it.
but that's why San Antonio was great too, though, because they'll slow the game down. One no be up and going down, like going up and down the floor like that, shooting threes, shooting half court shots. The worst thing in the NBA to me is when you 7-4 and you shooting a half court shot.
What you talking about, man? Huh?
Yo,
I know.
you know what I'm talking about? Wimby.
Yeah,
I'll put a name on it. I
yeah,
don't care.
yeah.
Ain't no
But
way. Ain't no way.
he the
You,
new best thing, bro.
you
So
seven
he the new
four though.
NBA.
You 7-4.
Yeah.
You 7-4.
Yeah, but he don't got his he don't got his girth yet. You know what I'm saying? He gonna get that that man body in a second. Maybe then he's 2 years in?
Yeah, second year.
Man, yeah, so he kind of still like thin, so he can't be banging all day, man. He can't be banging all day.
Nah, I need you to get in that paint. I need you to get in that paint. If Giannis can
Nah,
get
I hear
that
you.
man, Giannis got that man body in 5 years. But he was
Yeah.
going down. He was going down in that paint, getting the rebounds and everything. You can go down in that paint and get it. You 7-4. Ain't no excuses. Ain't no excuses. That's the even Embiid, man. Embiid make me mad sometimes. Just watching him.
Yeah.
Cause I'm like,
Yeah.
you're skillful and you big.
Yeah.
Can't nobody guard you one on one.
Yeah. I think Embiid definitely should be the best player in the league if he actually, but he's always hurt though. But as far as
Yeah,
like how big he is with the skill, I don't know anybody who has all that. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a lot of tools, it's a lot of like tools to have. You got a bag
exactly.
that big
Exactly.
and that skillful. Like I don't know.
There's no way you should be out there shooting 10 threes a game as a big man. And I'm
So I'm
exaggerating, but 10 threes, but he's shooting a lot.
Yeah, so I'm looking at Wimby average, bro. He's averaging 25 and 10, so he getting rebounds.
Yeah, but they ain't coming from the paint. They ain't coming from the paint. That's what I
Well,
want.
he
That's
probably getting like every game getting like 4 or 5 offense rebounds.
I want that.
Yeah,
You know how in the 90s that they had that, I think it was like a 7 year stretch of all big men. David Robinson, Tim Duncan, Patrick
yeah,
Ewing. Like that 7 years that Shaq,
yeah.
Alonzo Mourning, all of that. I want to go back to that age. Because when you
No,
came,
no, I want them to like blend it. I want
mm,
them to make the game a little tougher so you can't be out there shooting. Allow a little bit of grabbing, a little bit of holding, so they got to fight through. But then also I want the big man to come back in the league. You know what I'm saying? I want I want the mix, like the perfect mix, man. I don't want to say like no more threes. I just want to say like bring more tenacity to it and like because I think because it's definitely known that even though I don't watch as much basketball anymore, it's still known that the playoffs is still a better game than it is regular season, right? So
yeah,
so at the bare minimum, incorporate playoff style for that. But then they complain about okay, that's how injuries happen. You know what I'm saying? And all that. I don't know, bro. It's always something. You know what I'm saying?
but they tried to do that with putting a tournament in the middle of the season. But that ain't helped at all because you still playing the same way.
Yeah.
You still playing the same way. It ain't like you adjusting your play. And when I say bring big man back, I'm not talking Kendrick Perkins. No disrespect. I ain't talking that type. I'm talking KG. The I'm talking Rasheed Wallace, the post up dudes, or I'm talking even Ben Wallace. I'm talking Ben Wallace. Them big man that was gonna get down in that paint. They gonna guard you. They gonna rebound. Joakim
Perk
Noah.
Perk did that too. Don't do
Man,
damn Perk did
man,
all that.
man, man. I'm
It's
talking
one thing.
about
One thing. maybe he had a skill set, but his he was going 100%. He was 100% him. He
No
probably wanted.
disrespect. No disrespect to Kendrick Perkins, but nah. Nah.
You
Nah. He
wrong.
ain't
You wrong. I like Perk, man. Perk will fight for you, boy. He'll get
yeah,
down.
yeah.
You
Oh,
know what I'm
there's
saying?
enough.
He was.
That's what you got Draymond Green for. You don't need. I mean, I'm talking about them big men. Big men. Shaq.
Yeah.
What he did to Alonzo Moore and the disrespect. You need that back in the game.
Okay, I got you.
Dunking on somebody's head. That's what I'm talking about.
I got you.
No.
Yeah.
To yeah, it's definitely crazy time in the NBA, but hopefully get back to it. You know that's the good stuff.
Yeah, I hear you on that.
Now, as being from Chicago, we definitely got to talk about the Bears finally beating the Packers at their house, which ain't been done since 2015. So I'm definitely excited for that. And I always say it because I hate Aaron Rodgers and I hated Brett Favre too. So I don't hate Jordan Love because he seemed to be better character wise. But I just hate Green Bay entirely. I hate the state of Wisconsin too. No,
No, don't say that. But you said since 15.
Yeah,
I thought they were saying like one like a 15 game losing streak or something like that. Well, we
11
play them
straight.
twice every year, right?
Yeah, 11
Yeah.
straight. So they the first time beating them since 2018. We have not beaten them on the road since 2015.
So basically, we the Toronto, and
Yeah,
they LeBron Cavs.
yeah.
Basically,
Well,
that's basically how that's go. That's
yeah,
terrible.
because they was smoking us. They was smoking us.
Yeah.
I mean,
But
every rip.
about the game though, like I thought we was done after that last second drive that they had, bro, and they scored with what 52 seconds left. I say we cooked. I almost turned TV off, bro. But I kept watching it though, like for real.
Hey,
So what's our
that's
record now? What are we in with?
5 and what is it? 5-12.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
but that's the thing though. I don't like how the season because we fired two coaches, right? We fired the coordinator, fired the coach.
Mhm.
Damn, damn near wanted to fire the GM, but the thing is, there is a bright future ahead for the team. I'll say because
Yeah.
you got talent everywhere. You just need it on the line in the defensive line. You need some more talent there. This team and a good coach. Now, for
Okay.
me, because I'm a diehard Chicago Bears fan, if they bring Lovey back in this boy, I'm jumping through the
Yeah.
roof because
Yeah.
he got fired at a 10-6 record, which was some BS. And ever since then, and under Lovey Smith, we went to two Super Bowls. Under Lovey Smith, we went to two Super Bowls. People don't remember that. And an NFC Championship game. So, I mean,
I
three
bet
innings.
I bet Lovey Smith is happy we getting killed every year. He like y'all see me on my way. Look at y'all now. You know, I'm surprised nobody picked him up.
Who,
Is
Lovey
he?
Smith? Nah,
Yeah,
he ain't playing for nobody.
yeah.
He ain't coaching.
Nobody picked him up. Like that's
Nah, yeah. And people talking about because Caleb need an offensive coach. I think you need someone who understands football in general because I've never seen. I watch a Bears game all the time throughout the play, and I don't understand how you can throw so many passes in the entire game and think that's gonna work. You throw it from the right, the left, the right, the left, back to the right. Like, how can you expect your quarterback to have great numbers if you don't allow him to throw the football down the field?
yeah.
Oh,
And
how can you not to cut you off, but how can you
I-
expect them to learn anything if you just giving them easy passes? Like that ain't coaching.
yeah, yeah. I just wanted to say, like, I used to think, like, oh man, like the Bears' offensive line sucked. he don't have enough time to throw in the pocket. I used to be like give them grace with that. But come to find out, I'm looking at like these stats on these weird sites, and his average time before he gets pressure is close to everybody else's average. It's on par. So now I agree with you more. Like, yeah, maybe it is the play calling and coaching. You know what I'm saying? Because I like him. He's a good player, man. Like, he's definitely a good player. I used to think maybe it was like the line and stuff like that, but no, it's probably you're probably right, man. I don't know. Maybe it is
If
coaching. I don't know.
if you use stat news, I mean they're good
Yeah,
with the numbers. They're
that's what it
good.
was. Yeah,
They're
that's
good.
what it was. Yeah.
Caleb Williams, I mean they're perfect with it too, because out of 68 sacks, Caleb Williams is only responsible for 31 of them. That's crazy, right? That's crazy.
Hmm.
But
Yeah.
of course you want to bring that number down because he's been sacked 68 times. But he's at some games to get the ball out on the average 2.4 seconds. The majority of the games he's getting it out at 3 seconds.
No,
But
it can't be because his average was 2.4. Like most people was 2.4. You may see some 2.3, but according to StatMuse, he was right on par with everybody else.
no, that's before he's pressured. But I'm talking about
Ah,
when they
okay,
get
okay,
the
okay,
ball out, it's on
okay,
average
okay.
it's 3 seconds. On
Got you.
average, 3 seconds flat. But my thing is with that is how is it that you got receivers, you got a tight end, and you can't structure an offense where he has answers. And I mean answers. Like if this person blitz, they're your tight end.
Yeah,
Or if this person drops, or this person backs off, they're your dig route, they're your 7 route. Like how you ain't got your offense structured and layered like that as an NFL. Now I get it. Thomas Brown he came in the middle of the season. No, basically towards the end, really. but
yeah,
but the offense should be structured like that. You should have answers all over the field. And for Caleb to put up over 3,000 yards and 20 touchdowns and less than 10 interceptions and such dysfunction tells me he
yeah,
better than any other quarterback we've ever had. No
yeah.
disrespect to Fields, no disrespect to Mitchell Trubisky, no disrespect to Cal Orton, Rex Grossman. Even though you trash. I'm sorry.
Bro, honestly, bro, you really a Chicago's fan. You went through the whole Bears quarterback lineup.
I'm diehard.
What?
I'm diehard. Ever since I was 6 years old, I'm diehard. I watched it. I watched it. And I'm 33 now. So it's 26 years of this pain. It's 26 years of
Yeah,
so to see a quarterback put up those numbers in such dysfunction, and then I look, this let's I want to talk about this draft class too, the 2024 draft class. It's a hell of a draft class. You got 3 quarterbacks who sit basically 1, 2, and 3 of in history of interception turnover ratio for rookie quarterbacks in the
yeah,
same draft class. You got 4 receivers with over 1,000 yards in the same draft class, and you got 3 other ones with 700 plus yards in the same draft class. You got a D tackle, you got an offensive tackle. That's basically they should be Pro Bowlers. They should be Pro
yeah,
Bowlers this year. So that's the thing. This draft class was stacked with talent. You got a D cornerback, the Houston Texans, Stingley, that's out there killing it from this draft class. He should be a Pro Bowler too. I
yeah,
mean, this draft class was stacked with talent, and the Bears got somewhat talent, but we should add more talent given to us because with all the draft picks that we had, all the money that we had, I feel like we didn't do enough. And Caleb was there, but nobody can overcome such dysfunction. I don't even think Lamar Jackson could have overcame this, and he's a great player, known great player. I don't think and perfect example would be Joe Burrow, who had a hell of a season, almost 50 touchdowns.
yeah.
And then where's his
Ball.
team at? Where's exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. When you got dysfunction around you, it's never gonna work. And hopefully we can change that. And
I don't know about that.
yeah,
I don't know about
hopefully
trading us.
chance. Hopefully, I'm praying. Cause I mean, come on now, you can't be bad forever. Damn.
So who do you think we're missing? Like, what pieces, or is it just coaching? Like, what do you think we're actually missing?
I think it's
Because
a combination of coaching and line talent, whether it's defensive line or offensive line. There's no way, and and I watch a lot of Bears games. Like I said, there's no way your guard should get beat off the ball consistently. Your right guard gets beat off the ball consistently or gets pushed back into the backfield consistently. That should never happen because you have the element. You could always get off before the defensive line can because y'all have the ball. You snap the ball. You know when the ball's being snapped. He don't. That's why it'd be so confusing. And then I watched one game where we had Larry Borum out there, and I know these players' names. That's how you know I've been watching Larry Borum out there, and he looks the ball snapped, and he's looking inside the line, and his guy's over here, and his guy run right past him, and he before he even turned his head, he's like, "Oh, how does that
see,
happen?
I think you too much of a fan. I think what you
How does
seeing
that happen?"
happens in every organization. I'm pretty sure if you watch Miami the same way, you're gonna find people doing the same thing. You
I
know what
don't
I'm saying?
think if that's the case, then why is the sack numbers not as high on other teams?
I think it is though. I have to look at the stat muse. You know what I'm saying? Because what
Yeah,
I seen about the quarterback pressure and how much time he had to throw, it all seemed like par with everybody else.
mm-hmm.
I didn't see anything that was like too much. Like I can blame the offensive line. Yeah, I hear you, but I don't know, bro.
Well,
I think you too big of a fan. You're hard critic, bro. You love him so much, you just a hard critic. Yeah.
I'm a hard critic because I'm gonna call it out. I'm gonna call it out. But we're in this with this. Who do you think should be their next coach?
Bro, love you. Yeah, he ain't go get him. You know what I'm saying? Like I think I think they need somebody who's basically like a what do you call it? A man's man who can like corral the crowd. Like someone who can put like energy in people. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. I'm just being loved because he did the best. But um yeah, just need a man's man, bro. Somebody who can really like corral the team. And somebody people respect. And I think he has that respect because he been the furthest that we seen in our eyes in the last 20 years. You know what I'm saying?
Longer
So
than that.
yeah, so you need somebody who can demand that respect. I don't think we definitely do not need a new coach because I don't think they're gonna respect new coach. You need somebody who's yeah, man. I don't know, bro. Who do you think?
Established.
Who do you
I
think?
think I think just based off of all the football that I've seen, I think it needs to be either Aaron Glenn of Detroit, uh, defensive coach. He seems to be a leader of man and a character guy. He gonna have your back. He gonna help you develop. He gonna watch film with you. He gonna study with you. He gonna work with you. And he a coach. You know, he a coach of players, a leader of man, and he a
From who?
coach.
From who?
Uh,
From where?
Detroit,
Oh,
Aaron
Detroit. Yeah,
Glenn,
Detroit. Okay, okay,
Aaron
okay,
Glenn.
okay,
Yeah,
okay.
and also just from from what I see, Joe Brady
Yeah.
too of Buffalo. He seems to be a guy about character. He can structure an offense, can an offense. He understands the game, how to make adjustments. Like I give you all this because these are jewels to me. Like I think those two
Yeah.
coaches. I know everybody talking about Ben Johnson. Everybody's saying Detroit, Ben Johnson, but I'm saying them two, Aaron Glenn and Joe Brady should be top of your list right there.
Are they available right now?
They will be after this season. Yeah, I mean you going they have an option basically. They can either stray coordinators or they can go up to head coach.
But for Aaron Glenn, though, wouldn't that be his first time being head coach?
Yes.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? So I like that he's a man's man, but I don't know how players gonna take to a first time coach, first time head coach, and also he in Detroit, like we play him all the time. You know what I'm saying? So
Hey,
so
you weak in Detroit. You're weak in Detroit by taking him
yeah, we
away.
can. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I never pay attention to it, but in the history of football, how does players react to coaches who come from a basically a once a rival teams? Like how do they? I know players to
I
players
don't.
don't
I
matter, but coaches, like how do
I don't
you know what I'm
know.
saying?
I don't know historically how they go,
Yeah.
but I just go off of how that man talk in interviews. Watch Aaron Glenn
Okay,
interview
I got you.
and
Okay,
see how that
all right.
man carry himself. Watch Joe Brady, see how he carry himself. Watch Ben Johnson, see how he carry himself. That'll get you juiced up right there. If you're a football fan, just
Yeah,
watch how
okay.
they carry themselves. Those are three names right there. And I'm not saying Mike Vrabel is a bad person or anything like that, but watch him
Yeah,
interview. I think he's more of the same of what we've had. These three that I just mentioned: Ben Johnson, Aaron Glenn, Joe Brady. Those are those are character guys, and they'll get you juiced up for real. You'll want to run through a wall for real. Watch them interview.
no, I hear you.
Watch them interview.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm just
yeah,
saying. That's just me. It's me.
okay, yeah,
I
okay.
I want I want to end with one more thing on sports. Uh,
Oh,
who you got for your Super Bowl, fella? NFC and
hmm.
AFC.
Um, against Papa Belief, I'm going with to win it all. I'm going with Detroit.
Who they gonna beat?
I'm going to Detroit. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just yeah. I don't know, bro. Yeah, I don't know. But I'm just going with Detroit, man. That's who I'm rocking with. Who you got?
I got I got Baltimore versus the Eagles, and I got
That
Baltimore
wouldn't be
taking.
bad.
I
That'd
got
be
Baltimore.
a good game.
I got Baltimore taking.
Yeah. Hey, speaking of Baltimore, do you think Lamar's winning the MVP this year? He had a good season this year. He had a great season. He won it last year, right?
Mhm.
And he got I think 8 more touchdowns than last year. He got I think like 5 fewer interceptions than last year, and I think he got like 900 more yards. Like he definitely like in comparison to his MVP year, he balled out, balled
He
out. But I think
has
it's
he
yeah. Go
has the
ahead.
most rushing yards for a 4,000 yard pass in NFL history. And his
Oh,
his stat combination is crazy. 4,000 yards,
mm,
900 rushing yards, which is almost 1,000.
mm.
45 total touchdowns and only 5 interceptions. That man balled.
That's
That man
crazy.
balled. That man balled.
Yeah. So
I
you think
I
you think he should win or what?
I think it's a walk away, man. He ran away with it.
Yeah.
No offense. I do think Josh Allen put up great numbers,
Yeah.
amazing.
Five
And
was it 5,000? Was it 5,000 yards?
now he got 3,700 passing yards,
Well,
but I
who
think
got?
he got five. I think he got 5,000 total because of his rushing
Okay.
yards.
Yeah. Okay.
I think yeah, or close to. I think he may have 4,800 total, but I know Lamar got 5,000 total yards, a little over that. But with his rushing and passing, that's why I think it's got to be Lamar, man. It's historical stats. It's historical stats. Like no NFL player in history has put up what he put up, and they winning. Like it got to be him. It got to be him.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's Burrow who I'm saying. Somebody got like a lot of touchdowns. I'm not sure who it is. I think they 50s. Who was that though? Is that Burrow?
Burrow got the most touchdowns. I think he had
Yeah.
47, 47 or
Nah, bro. I think
46.
somebody in there at 50s. I gotta check it again. I thought somebody's in there at 50s.
Nah, I don't think
Early
anybody.
50s. Let me.
Unless it's combined. Now it may be combined
I
because
thought it
I
was
know
passing TDs.
passing and
Oh,
rushing. Maybe passing and rushing. Let me see. Let me see. Maybe
yeah.
passing and rushing.
I don't know. I think it's okay. I could have sworn I seen who was it? Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah, you're right. No one's in 50. It's Joe, but he has 43 passing.
43 passing. And
Yeah,
Lamar got, let me see how many Lamar got.
I mean 41. Yeah, 41. Or
Got
this
40.
from or this from last year. I don't know.
Yeah, so I'm right. He got 45 total. Because rushing
Who?
touchdown.
Yeah,
Lamar.
who?
Lamar.
Okay. Okay. I must have been off by something. I'm not sure what I was reading. Okay.
Yeah, he got 5,000 total yards and rushing and passing.
Yeah. Well, he should win it. It should be his. Let's see if they give him back to back.
Man, he deserved it. I know
If he
that.
win, if he would do win MVP and win Super Bowl, mm,
That would be one of the first times too, man.
yeah,
I don't think that's been done since Peyton Manning. You win the
yeah,
MVP and the Super Bowl.
yeah, that's tough.
Yeah, that's just. Oh, matter of fact, Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers did. I think 2011.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
who is your sleeper? Are you're not scared that Chiefs gonna walk up again in the playoffs?
Nah,
They gonna wake up and play?
I think they done, brother. I think they done. I'm going against Pat Boy. Going against. I'm going against. I think the sleeper team though that blow the whole situation up is gonna
Mm.
be uh the Bucks, Tampa Bay. I think that's the sleeper team. Nobody talking about it. I think they're gonna blow the whole situation up.
We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. Yeah, I can't say no to that, but yeah, we'll see.
All right. Well, I think we covered pretty much everything on sports. Our final topic would be gun laws. Think they should be stricter or less relaxed? Or what you think?
I think I did a little research on it. I think they should be for my own selfish reason, less relaxed.
Mm.
Um, as you know, tried to get something last week, and I got the news that you can't buy any clips over 10 now. It's a new Illinois 2025
Uh,
rule.
over 15. Over 15.
Nah, mm-mm, no, nah. I think I got to double check that. I think 15 too much. You can't have I forgot what it was, bro. I think 15 too much. I asked him 15 is
Yeah.
cool. 15 would be cool, but no, it's I think
Yeah.
12 your max. 12,
17, 21, you can't own it. Over
yeah,
15, over 15 round mags, you cannot own them.
yeah. And the one
Yeah.
I wanted held 17. But yeah, I
Yeah.
say more relaxed. But I actually had questions to ask you because
Mm,
there were debates about about stricter gun laws.
mm.
And so one thing I want to ask you, like as a parent, would you teach your child how to operate a gun? And if so, what age? If not, when is the proper age to even introduce that to them?
I know a lot of people don't disagree with me, but I treat it like this. Guns are not like karate. They're not like boxing. You can start your kid at an early age with those type of lessons. Not like baseball. To me, a gun needs to be properly handled, and I don't feel a child under 16, 17 can properly handle. The mind ain't there yet for that. Now, if you start at 16, that's cool. But I'm not putting a gun in my child's hands to know what that is, anything below those ages. Because I don't think the mind's there. to really understand the ramifications that can carry with that. If that go off accidentally, or it's a toy, or that's that's just my mind. Excuse me, but I treat it that way. It ain't karate. It ain't teaching them how to dribble baseball. This is something that can really harm them if they play around with this, because them bullets go out. They don't come back in,
Yeah.
and that's my take on that.
I hear a sentiment, but I'm kind of like on the not too far on the other side, but a little bit on the other side. As far as like exposing them to it, I might expose them to it as far as like teach them like how dangerous it is. Like this is not a toy. This, you know what I'm saying? Like teaching the basics of it, because I believe like if your child know you have something in a house that's forbidden, and they know where it's at, they're gonna try to get access to it. So I think for that, having the basic knowledge of it and trying to show them how dangerous it is, may be beneficial, but who knows? Um, yeah, I don't know. I can't disagree with you at all because it makes sense why you're saying that. It's just that the core of me saying like maybe I should not like go all the way in and like taking the gun ranges and get them all hyped about guns, but to expose them to the dangers of it and how it works and the and that aspect of it, I might choose to do that. One more question. Well, actually, I have two more questions. Actually,
Mhm.
um, do you think suicide rates increases or no suicide and murder rates increases or decreases with stricter gun laws?
I don't think this is my thing. I'm gonna attack that in two parts.
Yeah.
Suicide, no, no,
Hmm.
I do not think it would impact that at all. Either way, murder rate, yes. This is one of my fun facts that I had, is that, and a lot of people don't know this, 60 anywhere from 60,000 to 2.5 million times annually, so yearly, a gun is used in an incident, either defensively or offensively. No, it's used in the incident, and that's a lot of times. Anywhere from 60,000 to 2.5 million. That's a lot of
Yeah.
times. That's a lot of times, and that's my take on that, is because murder happens, and we live in one of this city that used to be the murder capital, or considered the
Yeah.
murder capital, and murder happens a lot. So my thing is, if it's stricter and it's harder to get a gun, or you have, I think they call them red flag laws, more stricter on that, what's considered a red flag, your mental state,
Yeah.
or if you have to do a mental evaluation once every 5 years or something like that, because people snap. No, emotional maturity is not a common thing, out here. So people do snap. So I think, sometimes it should be evaluated, because we do. Speaking as a black man, we don't go to therapy. We ain't doing that.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. I think it needs to be stricter, and I think the murder rate will go down in regards to that, because I
Yeah.
think
And when I was gonna say, and when you say stricter, are you saying it should be harder for commoners to get guns? Because and and the way I asked the question, I was thinking more so like if it's harder for common people to get guns, we already know people who are bad and want guns, they have them, right? So when you make it stricter, would that affect the commoners and them getting the guns? Because I also think um if someone knows you have a gun in the home, I think they'd be less reluctant of just coming in there knowing that you have something to protect yourself. You know what
I
I'm saying?
think I, I think opposite of that. Because what's valuable?
Hmm?
What's valuable? If someone breaks into a home, what's valuable? Jewelry and guns, or in the words of Baby Boy, guns and butter. Cause what? No, that's for real.
Yeah,
But for real, I'm joking. But for real,
yeah,
that's what valuable. If someone
yeah,
sees you bring a shotgun or AR in your house,
yeah,
they gonna know they're gonna try to come get that because that's valuable. And you can scratch off serial numbers. You can play with the barrel. You know they can play with
no,
the
I
barrel.
feel you.
They can
I feel
scratch
you
off
saying.
serial numbers, and that gun is now a street gun.
Yeah.
That's how most of those guns get on the street. And I don't know the numbers just off the top of my head,
It's
but
three
guns.
hundred 300,000 guns are stolen each year from civilians.
That's
That
what that's what I mean.
that's
That's what I
that's the
mean.
numbers.
The street guns come, and then kids. And I hate to say this, but and I hate to even shine light on rap music or anything like that. As saying that's a part of the thing. But kids hear that word switch, and they think that's cool. Like I'm gonna let off this switch, and I'm gonna do all this. But you don't even know how to handle that. And I see all the time. I see uh what was the I forget the little rapper name. Uh I forget his name. Well, he had a with his friends, they was talking about how they run up on ops.
Yeah.
How they come around the corner and like be one of his friends literally doing this. And I'm like,
Yeah.
you don't even know how to handle a gun. And yet
Yeah.
you out here shooting. That's how
Yeah.
little girls end up getting hit. Somebody mama can end up hit that ain't got no parts of what y'all got going on, but you didn't cause some sadness in their lives.
Yeah.
And that's my take on that is like these kids don't even know how to use a gun, but they using them out here. I remember the news clip in the social media feed of them kids in a basketball game, and they opening their jacket. They got ARs in there. They got it in their bag.
Mm.
They open it up. They got all this in their bag and stuff. And I'm like, what y'all doing in a basketball game with all this artillery?
Yeah.
Like that's the mindset. I'll be like, damn, these
See,
kids is fucked up.
yeah, but the only thing I push back with you with is I don't think all those guns is coming from like being stolen from the civilians. Because if you look at like I'll just Google it. If you looked at like how many guns is like brought in from like outside the states, it's a lot. There's nearly like 230,000 guns. It's foreign guns that they get their hands on. So how is that possible? And the reason why I even brought this up because and it's funny how you say you won't streak the laws. I was doing a little bit of research, and from what I gathered, um, the gun law restriction actually started after the Black Panthers started getting their guns legally, right? You start having our community start to get guns to protect themselves. That's when the government like hold up. You got these group of people who's saying they're defending themselves, getting guns. We're gonna make things stricter. So if and that's your amendment, the second amendment to actually have firearms. So if you restrict it, then possibly for any reason you can say, okay, you got to do a mental scan or any kind of scan. They can look at Brandon and say, oh, Brandon, he had this kind of upbringing, so he shouldn't have this gun. You know what I'm saying? Like I think it's giving the government more power than it should, and that's basically fringing on our basic amendment. You know,
No, no, that's not
yeah.
what I'm saying though. I'm
What
saying
you
an
saying?
evaluation to assess your mental state as you are, not to say what you've been through. Assess your mental state as what you are. If you are easily triggered, like I see people road rage incident, right? Somebody throws something at you or cut you off, and you willing to get out the car and pop, pop, pop. Is that a viable situation to use your gun in? That's the mean. That's what I mean. Those type of people, you trigger a situation because I know if I got my gun on me and someone pulls a gun on me, I'm pulling. I'm not gonna hesitate at all because that's a situation of life or death. In that situation, yes, you have no choice. But if you're quick to react and you feel emboldened and tough guy just because you got a gun on your hip. That means you you don't need to have it. You don't need to have it. Because if that make you feel like a tough guy, then you don't need to have it. To me, I look at guns as defense tools. Or if you want to go to the range and have some fun, cool. But I only see it as defense. I'm not bringing a gun to any fight unless you bring that gun to that fight.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it. And then I'm not saying, because I know a lot of people gonna end up disagreeing with me. That's cool. And I'm not, I'm not saying, hey, cut all guns off. Take these mags away from them, take these ARs away from them, take these rifles away from them, take these shotguns away from them. I'm saying evaluate the use. Where's your mental state? Because, and like you say, kids will see stuff and know you put it in a certain area and be like, yeah, how can I get to that? Let me see what code he punch in. Let me see where he keep that key. I'll get that. But to me, I safeguard it extra cautiously because I don't want them to have that moment. And kids go through a lot nowadays. The mental state
Yeah.
of a child is very fragile. Something traumatic can happen to a child, whether it's getting bullied or anything. And we see it all the time in the news. And they go get your AR that you keep in the closet, not in the safe, and go light it up at a school.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's the situation that I don't want to, as a father, I don't never want to be in. And my kids, I talk to it. I don't want the bully situation to ever be that trigger. You know,
Hmm.
I don't want that.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree with
And
that.
yeah, because
I agree with
we just had an incident. Uh, what was this? 2 months ago,
that. Yeah.
the lady. It's conflicting stories whether she was transgender or not, but shooting up a school and killing herself. That stuff is real, and
Yeah.
that's the thing. That's the thing that make me be like, yeah. If you got a gun, be responsible with it though.
Yeah.
If you're gonna teach your child, do whatever you want with your child. It ain't my job to discern that or uh not encourage that or whatever. But be responsible with it. That's my whole message with it. Be
Yeah.
responsible.
So you understand? You made it very clear that you actually for guns. You want them to have like more of a check and balances of who gets rights to the guns, basically.
Yeah.
So you're not actually completely you're not against banning guns, like so many words. I'm actually with you in so many words,
Mm.
but what is my last question for you is what's your argument of people who say we should just ban guns like Japan did, or like what I'm saying, I think Australia as well. Like we should ban guns. Like what's your argument against that?
Correct me if I'm wrong. People die in Japan too. People die in Australia too. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but it ain't just it ain't just guns that kill people. Like I understand it's been highlighted because they have less mass shootings than us, but they still have mass shootings. It still happens. Still happens. And as far as I know, I think it's only one state here that has had only like one mass shooting. Every other state has had multiple. So it happens whether you have stricter gun laws or not. I just think if we make it a forceful or initiative to push towards mental health to understand what's going on in the mind state of some people. Because like I just said, that really happened where it had a road rage incident, and the lady got out the car, went doing no talking, straight to fire, and that to me that tells me you shouldn't own a gun because you quick to pull it instead of the self defense. You have no emotional awareness to own a gun. That's my that's my thing. And if you If you feel big bold ass because you got a gun, that tells me right there you shouldn't have it either. It's the same scenario. If a cop feel tough because he a cop and think he can get over and push and bully people around, you shouldn't be a cop.
Yeah,
It's the same. It's the same scenario to me.
I hear you.
Mm.
Yeah.
I mean, I ain't trying to say bash gun on the either. I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna say that. But I'm just saying, guns should be responsible. That's my thing.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, bro. I hear you. You made some good points.
And that
All right.
I wanted to tie that to my last little fact. Gun violence is actually the leading cause of death since 2020 for kids and teens, for young adults and teens. The
So
leading cause
so
of
with,
death.
with that stat, I'm pretty sure these teens they don't have legal firearms. Most of
No,
them
they
is
don't.
illegal firearms. So how can you really prevent them from getting them hands into because most I'm pretty sure like we talked today about like people should get like mental evaluation before they get guns. I don't think those are the ones who actually are getting guns stolen. More so the common civilians who just know what I'm saying like don't know the proper etiquette and how to handle a gun and they know or somebody's taking it. So how can we really prevent that? Because there are a lot of illegal firearms coming on. So
It's
that
a
that's that. So that stat is really like inflated as far as deaths because it's teens doing it. It's not more so the gun. So even with stricter laws, that won't change that stat.
I
So
know.
my
I know.
yeah. So my argument. Yeah. Go ahead.
It's the it's a question maybe we gotta ask AI. I don't know if it's even I don't even think it's humanly possible to stop that. Because it's like if you take guns away, what do you have? The only people on the streets with guns then is cops, and some cops ain't good cops. Some cops are
Yeah.
worse than a criminal. You think Training Day, Denzel's character, it wasn't based on a real person. It's some real scumbags out here. But
Yeah. I hear you.
I don't know, that stuff is crazy. It get crazy. But on a lighter note, I think we should end with your fun fact. I'm sure it wasn't about gun
Okay.
violence.
Nah. Ain't about gun violence. So I swear all my facts it be borderline facts, but I think it's facts. So go ahead, feel free to fact check me. But have you heard of April Fool's Day?
Yeah,
Yeah. So do you know how it originated, how it started?
I don't know.
Yeah, I
A
didn't
clown,
figure. Yeah, I figured.
a
Nah,
clown was pimping
I'm gonna
something.
tell
I
you.
don't
I'm
know.
gonna, I'm gonna tell you. So back in like 1500s, back I think in the Roman Empire time, they was working on the Julian calendar, and with the Julian calendar, their New Year's was based on like new life, new beginnings, and the best season for new life and beginnings is what is spring. So that's like end of March, early April, right? So so after like time progressed and the scientists and math got more advanced, they actually realized they switched the calendar to a Gregorian calendar. And in this new calendar, the Roman Empire basically, I think it's Roman or French, I'm not sure, but they basically said that the new year starts in January, right? But so either there was and then because of that, it was two different scenarios. Either people switched over and started celebrating it in January because they didn't hear about it, or they just didn't like it, right? So the group of people who said no is about like life and new beginnings, and it's springtime starting to get hot from the winter. So it has to be April or March, April in their mind. So those group of people continue to celebrate New Year's on April 1st. So the government who didn't celebrate it was like, oh, these April Fools. Basically, these are April Fools, like the people who foolishly celebrating April as New Year's. So that's how it came about. that's how So if you celebrating, you basically a fool back in the day. You know what I'm saying? That's what that's what it is.
Man,
You
you
know
finna
what
have
I'm
somebody. You finna have somebody out here fact checking the hell out you. Fact checking the hell
Go
out you.
ahead. Please fact check. Please fact check. Yeah, tell me how I did. Tell me how I explained it too. Yeah, but it could be true. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
that's what they say, man. That's what they say. But yeah, go ahead and fact check me, see what's going on. You know what I'm saying? If I'm right, go ahead and subscribe. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah.
Yes, definitely like, comment, and subscribe out here. But we definitely had another amazing episode of What the Fellas Think.
Yeah.
You know, uh 3-1, I think, right? 3-1. Let me make sure I did it right. That's three
Yeah,
31
that's
out.
right. That's right.
31 out here. So definitely like, comment, and subscribe. I hope you all enjoyed, our debates out here. Definitely gave some interesting thoughts. Hopefully, it inspired y'all. Sparked you a little bit. Ignited a fame. And hope y'all enjoy. Like, comment, and subscribe. Any parting words, Jerry?
No, man, just same. Like, comment, subscribe. I like the feedback. This is more so. I like the communication between you, man. It's like it's healing.
Mm.
So thank you. Thank anyone who's listening. And come back again next week. That's it.
Yes, sir.